Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk to you about what sketches actually are, because sometimes I get the comment, why do your drawings look that messy, and I want to give an answer to that. But first I want to thank all of you for helping me reach 5,000 subscribers. It's really a big milestone for me. I know for some YouTubers it's not a lot, but for me, an artist who just loves to draw dragons, for me that is huge. So yeah, thank you so much for letting me inspire you. Now we're gonna talk about my sketches. Because yes, my sketches, they look very rough, they look very messy, and that is what they're supposed to be. Because there is a difference between a sketch and a drawing. A sketch is more rough, it's often made in a short amount of time, and it's often made with basic tools, and it has a different purpose. Because a sketch is often meant for practice. Sometimes it's just a glorified stick figure, but it will still help me on my way and it will help me learn from it. And sketches are more like putting ideas to paper. Sometimes I just want to experiment, and sometimes I just want to get my inspiration out and I have an idea and I just want to scribble it down fast so I can work it out later. Or I want to play with that idea so to see if it actually does work, what's in my head. Maybe when I put it to paper it doesn't look good at all and I better try something else. So you could say that sketches are more spontaneous, while drawings actually when I make a drawing, I'm more prepared. I already know what I'm gonna draw and what it's gonna look like. And sketches you can make with like basic tools. I mostly use ballpoint pens for my sketches. That has a reason, because I used to draw with pencils and I noticed that I was erasing a lot of my mistakes, and I started to focus more on my mistakes than on the entire process, and it slowed me down a lot and I wasn't improving that much. So I started to draw with ballpoint pen so I could not erase any line, and that actually worked because my drawings, my sketches, they started to flow better and it actually improved my art. I just left the wrong lines in and I just drew over them, and with a ballpoint pen you actually can, and it's just a sketch. It doesn't matter if it's messy. And I've actually done that for like 2 years, that I make most of my sketches with ballpoint pen. And right now I'm actually drawing with pencils again, and I noticed that with pencils I also don't erase that much anymore. Taking away the ability to erase really helps me in making more fluent drawings, and it's actually made my drawings less stiff. So you can see sketches as brainstorming. It's just putting your ideas to paper and experimenting with them. But it's also for practice. When I notice that I'm not very good at drawing a certain anatomy of a certain animal, I know that is something that I want to practice more. And if I would make like a 10-hour drawing each time of that topic, then I won't practice that much because it takes a lot of time. But if I would just make like 5-minute sketches and do one after another, I get a lot more practice in, and then I actually learn to study the subjects that I want to study. And that way I'll improve faster. But when I'm working on a drawing that is meant for display and has to be a complete and detailed illustration, then I usually make a pencil sketch first. I make sure that it's perfect, and then I do use the eraser on that one, and then I go in with ink or colored pencil or whatever it is that I desire. That takes a lot more time, and also I use a lot more different tools in a drawing like that. But for a sketch, just a pen and a piece of paper is enough to get started. So that is what sketches actually are. They are basically a process before the drawing. They are for practice. They are also to relax, because making sketches can really calm you down if you're nervous, or it's just a very nice way to spend some time. And they are to experiment and put ideas to paper. And I often call my sketches like thumbnails, and now many artists call their sketches thumbnails because they are thumbnails for future drawings. When I'm gonna make a drawing, that means I want to make a polished illustration. And the end result will look a lot different than the sketches that I make before that. For an entire drawing I use a lot more tools, because in that case I often do make a pencil sketch, especially when I go over that with Indian ink with brushes, or when I go over it with colored pencils to make it a colored pencil drawing. So you use more tools with a drawing like that, but it also takes a lot longer because you spend a lot more time working on the details. I hope that cleared some things up. Like my sketches, they are supposed to be messy because they are just rough ideas, put to paper. And my drawings, they are take a lot more time, they are a lot more detailed, and they are basically the end result. And that said, there is nothing wrong with only making fully detailed drawings if that is what you want to do. And there is nothing wrong with making just sketches. And this is just how my process is. I hope I could give you a little insight in that. And that is what I wanted to share with you. Thanks again for 5,000 subscribers. I really love you all. And if you want to see more tutorials, I also have a Patreon. This is not gonna work well. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye!